Yo, what is up, everybody? Your favorite Fat Boy Ray Ray coming at you with another Fat Boy 6. Finally, I am so sorry. I bamboozled all of you. I'm gonna apologize. But your boy has been hella busy. I had been working 10, 12-hour shifts for like the past month and a half since the last pod. So I didn't have time. And also, it's kind of hard when I'm working a lot of hours. And then when I do have free time, I have to do wedding shit. Yes, I'm getting married in October, so I've been having to do wedding stuff on the weekends. So I literally did not have any time to do a pod. Like, but finally, it looks like I pray to God, my job is not like short staffed no more, and I'm able to have some more free time, so I can start doing pods. Cause I like doing this. Obviously, you guys know I haven't gave up yet, so I do like it. But yeah, I hope all of you guys are doing great. I just want to say thank you again. I have like 1,000 something listens, so that to me is a big deal. I never thought any of you guys would like my content. I'm just some dumb fat guy from the San Fernando Valley, so that's awesome that you guys enjoy the pod. I hope you guys keep listening. I hope you guys follow me on Spotify, Apple Music, and all that good stuff. YouTube. I'm pretty much everywhere. Um, but yeah, on today's pod, we're gonna go over the NBA free agency so far. I'm gonna talk about a couple of the Lakers moves, some of the Celtics moves, like basically all the moves that have been made in free agency. I'm gonna say my take. I'm gonna say if they're good or bad. Um, kind of like why I feel why the teams made these moves. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. I'm also gonna talk about FIBA, USA basketball in the Olympics. FIBA, I'm tripping. But yeah, and I'm sorry I'm early. I'm really tired. I went to work today, but I have to stay up because I'm getting a haircut, so I have time to do a pod because I have nothing to do. So let's get it. I have free time. Um, Also, we're gonna start talking a little bit about football. Um, and also, first, I'm gonna wrap. We're gonna do an NBA talk, and we're basically gonna talk about like from the first round to the second round, third round finals. I'm just gonna go over it, brief little thing, because I really want to talk about the NBA free agency and about USA basketball and about football. Um, yeah, and also maybe fantasy if I have time. I have like about a 2 hour gap before I get a haircut. I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. If I cut it close, I'm just gonna cut the pod short. Yeah, here we go. Let's get into it. Also, if you hear click clacking, y'all already know. Mind your business. Just enjoy this shit, cause I gonna have to bring up the stuff, cause I didn't have a chance to write everything down. This is kind of like a spontaneous pod. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. But yeah, here we go. So basically, let's start the NBA talk. I'm gonna be honest. The first round kind of went like I thought it would. I wasn't really wrong much, but I was wrong about the Hawks in the East. So they made me eat crow right there. I was dead wrong. They literally fucking shit on the Knicks. I don't know what the hell happened with the Knicks. The Knicks clearly had the better team. Julius Randle played like garbage. That was a big factor too. Julius Randle did not play too hot in the playoffs. So let's just say that he was a big reason that my prediction was wrong. Um, Basically, what else? The Clippers handled their thing, their business. The Nuggets did. I picked the Lakers to beat the Suns, and I was wrong. But then again, the AD injury, nobody saw that coming, so that kind of jacked up my prediction. But other than that, the first round pretty much went like I said. The Celtics lost to the Nets. Um, and that's it. And now let's get into the second round. Basically, uh, no Murray for the Nuggets. The Nuggets couldn't do anything. That series was really, really easy for the Suns. They didn't really have to guard any of the guards. The Nuggets were playing with their damn third string point guard that they signed off the damn fucking street. Poor Joker. Joker had a crazy, crazy run though. Like he was balling the whole playoffs, dude. He was on a sick one. He showed why he deserved to be the MVP. Um, Basically, and then the next what was the other side? It was Clippers versus Oh my god, I'm brain farting so hard here. Clippers versus Utah. I really thought. Well, I picked the Clippers. I always thought the Clippers were the better team in the West this year. Um, and obviously Kawhi went down, but I was amazed that the Clippers were able to win that series without their best player Kawhi. Yes, Mitchell was hobbled, but I still think the Jazz should have pulled that out. Um, they just couldn't stop PG-13, and also we cannot I cannot stress this enough. We cannot talk shit about Paul George anymore, calling himself playoff P. That boy balled. That man literally averaged 30 points like the whole playoffs. So it's safe to say that that dude finally earned his name. Just sucks that he couldn't get farther because I honestly think if the Clippers have Kawhi, they go all the way. Um, Also, I'm just gonna put this out there. I have a feeling that if the Lakers don't get injured, they beat the Suns easily. They were up 2-1, and then the injury happens, and then their season went to shit, and that was it. Um, Also, I really, really hated how LeBron played that elimination game. Let me just throw that out there. So passive, settling. I know LeBron's old, but come on, dude, you gotta take over. Those guys ain't got nobody to guard you. You're the best wing in you and Kawhi are the two best wings in the West. Come on, bro. Come on. You gotta go in. Um, Basically that's pretty much it for the West, and in the East, I called it about the Sixers. What did I say? I said second round exit. A lot of people gave me shit. A lot of my friends that listened to the pod gave me shit. They said I was just being a hater because I fucking hate the Sixers because I'm a Celtics fan. No, I've been watching the Sixers for years. Like, I fucking know what. Like, there's a fucking second round exit team, bro. That team literally fucking quits. I feel so bad. Like, and what happened? Joel Embiid was fucking gassed by like game 5. Like, he literally blows that layup, and then Ben has that bad, like, he doesn't shoot the ball when he had a layup because he was afraid to get fouled. I'm gonna be honest, they were in Ben Simmons' head. Ben Simmons just lost them that series. Um, sucks. Embiid got injured. Who knows? Maybe Embiid. Well, actually, I can't even say that because Embiid still balled with that injury. He just got fatigued. He was tired. He was carrying. Their third, big three member. They don't even have a big three, dude. Oh my god, he was. Tobias Harris had to play better that series if he really wanted to advance. I'm gonna just be honest. This is Tobias Harris is to blame as much as Ben Simmons. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the Hawks overachieved. I don't think the Hawks sniffed the ECF for a while. Maybe they have to add another piece down the road. I don't think that team is gonna make the ECF anytime soon after last season. And let's talk about the Bucks Nets. Basically, the Bucks. I'm gonna say this shit because I gotta say it. The Bucks lucked out. The Nets were in complete control. They literally had slapped up the Bucks with Kyrie. Kyrie goes down. We already know Harden already had got injured the Celtics series. If Kyrie doesn't go down, I feel like the Nets win that series in 5. Also, I don't want to hear anybody ever slander KD because KD went off. KD literally almost single-handedly beat the Bucks. He beat them one game single-handedly. He almost in game 7. If he doesn't have fucking big feet, the man literally goes to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I'm pretty sure they get Kyrie back, and then we have a different ball game. I really think the Nets would have won that series against the Bucks, but whatever, injuries are a part of the NBA. It happens. Then let's fast forward to the finals. Basically, the finals is the Suns, and I'm gonna be honest, the Suns literally had the biggest Cinderella run ever, but they had a lot of luck, man. Pure injuries. Every single team they beat was injured, either missing their second best player or their first best player. So they lucked the hell out. I just feel like the Suns go up 2-0, and then the Bucks just reverse sweep them. They win 4 games straight. I think they kind of just figured them out, and the Bucks were playing like garbage the first two games. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the Bucks were playing like they were clueless. Like, they went away from what got them to the finals, and then they kind of just like snapped out of it. They were like, "Oh shit, dude, we're playing like idiots. Let's start playing Bucks basketball." They also started taking away the pick and roll from Ayton. They started defending better. Drew Holiday was struggling at first, and then the rest was history. I just want to say congratulations to the Bucks. The Greek Freak had an amazing series. That closeout game, probably one of the best closeout games ever. I don't care what anybody says. The man put up a 50 bomb with like 12 rebounds or something like that. Like we can't even hate on the Greek Freak. The Greek Freak, like I'm not a big fan of the Greek Freak's game. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I'm gonna sound like a hater, but to me, it's really boring to watch him. It's like, get the ball, drive, dunk, get the ball, post, get the ball in the post, hook, or dunk. That's it. Like, he's kind of one dimensional. Like, I hate to say it. Like his offensive moves are pretty limited, but whatever. He's a good guy, so it's hard to root against him. But when he plays against the C's, fuck him. But yeah. Other than that, congratulations to him. He got his MVP. Like he made good on the promise he made Kobe that on that challenge he won that chip. So good for him. That's pretty much it for the NBA talk. All right. So let's talk about the NBA free agency. First, let's talk about the Lakers. Because we have to, they are the team that made the biggest move so far. Like, as soon as free agency opened up, they made that Russ trade. To me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I know a lot of you guys are really hyped about that trade because it's like, oh, Russ, he's a triple double machine, blah blah blah. Like he can rebound, he can pass. Let's just talk about the important shit here. Like I'm gonna just be real with you guys. Like, to me, I do not think this trade is a good trade. Yes, you traded Kuz, you traded KCP. I feel like this move is not a good move for the Lakers. Just for the simple fact that he averages 6 turnovers a game. Like, that's awful. Like, and he shoots horrible from everywhere except from when he drives. Like, he's not a good mid-range shooter. He's not a good three-point shooter. The Lakers need shooting. We already know the formula that works for LeBron. You get him as shooters, kick and drive, or, pick and rolls with this big man. That's the formula for LeBron. Like, you literally traded, like, I didn't know this, but I looked it up. Caldwell Pope and Kuz were like the 2 players that made the most 3 for the Lakers. I had no idea. Everybody under those 2 players had made less than 100 threes. So KCP made like 109 threes and Kuzma made 129 threes. I don't know. That's a stat I saw and it was legit. I looked it up. So that's literally their 2 best shooters that they traded away. And also KCP was like their best perimeter defender. So that's another thing. They are losing on defense with Russ. And then also Russ is aging. Russ is 32 now. Like he's been getting injured as of late. So that's another thing. That's another thing to monitor there. He's been getting injured. The more and more his career gets like into its final stages. Like to me, like the shooting is gonna hurt. I don't know. And then the X's and O's, like him playing off the ball. I don't know if he can play off the ball because he can't shoot. But then I hear all these people saying, like, who cares? He can just literally get a bucket every time he wants. No, there's some guards that can guard him. But, like, personally, I didn't like that trade. Like, that's just me. It's not because, I'm a C's fan. I just don't think that was a good trade for the Lakers. Like, to me, this was the trade here. Like, the Kuz, the KCP for Buddy Hield, and then that left you some money to maybe go after DeRozan. Because also, they absorbed that $45 million Supermax contract for Russ. That literally pretty much wiped out $15 million. Like, that could have been what would have got DeRozan over here. Like it left the Lakers with 5.9 million to offer DeRozan. Like DeRozan ain't taking that shit. As much as he wants to win a ring, the poor guy is not gonna get paid 5.9 million. He's gonna go from getting paid 30 million to 5.9 million. Hell no. Um, and then now let's talk about the other pickups here. Like I'm gonna like give my take on like why I feel they made these pickups. Hopefully, it doesn't sound too crazy. But like I like the Trevor Ariza pickup, but to me I like the Trevor Ariza pickup. I like the Kent Bazemore. They're like Kent Bazemore, like Trevor Ariza shoots the three ball like at 35% below league average. Kent Bazemore shoots it at the league average. So they're like not great 3-point shooters. We know LeBron James is not a great 3-point shooter. Anthony Davis is a horrible 3-point shooter. He shoots the three ball at 28%. That is awful. I'm just gonna throw that out there. And then they got Melo. Like, to me, like these trades are like kind of like. I get why they made these trades. They made these trades because there's no good wings in the West. I'm gonna just say that they literally have the best wing. LeBron is the best wing in the West. Him and Kawhi are the two best wings in the West. Because Luka plays point, but Luka, to me, I feel like Luka does not have enough to do anything. Like Luka's literally gonna be a first round exit until they get him that other piece. I don't think Porzingis is a piece unless Porzingis got to prove me wrong this year. So basically, all the good wings are in the East. You got Jason Tatum, you got Jaylen Brown, you got Giannis. You got all those guys in the East. All KD, all the really really good wings are in the East. Like these dudes can guard any point guard. Whatever, that's good. Any point guard, they can shut them down. So I feel like that's why they made those moves. I think this, and another thing, like I feel like these moves are just made basically like, veterans. We couldn't win with the young guys. Now let's bring in some veterans that are gonna fall in line and listen to everything LeBron says. To me, I feel like if anybody's gonna butt heads, it's gonna be Russ and LeBron. Because we know Russ, he's a competitor. He's like a fierce competitor. Like I'm gonna be honest, we've seen Russ outshoot OKC out of so many games, like with the best shooter ever, like one of the best shooters ever in KD, a dude that's wet from anywhere. Like I'm just saying, like Russ is gonna go back. I feel like Russ is gonna go back to what he knows. Shooting those terrible contested shots, they're mid-range shots that are not really good for him. But we'll see. Like I said, like it's gonna be weird. I see why the Lakers made those trades. I didn't even talk about the Kendrick Nunn trade. To me, I feel like the Kendrick Nunn trade is probably the best pickup, not the trade, but the best pickup that they made. If his mind is right, and the reason I say if his mind is right, because let's backtrack to his rookie year. His rookie year, he was killing it when he entered the league with the Heat. He got drafted like super high, not like super high, but like in the 20 pluses, and he was producing good numbers. And then he got COVID, and then he lost his starting spot to Goran Dragic, and then Dragic started blowing up. He started balling in the bubble, and then when Nunn came back, he didn't look like himself. Like he was awful. Like he couldn't recover. Like he couldn't get it back. Like I don't know. It's just like it was a mental thing. Because he was okay. He already had recovered from COVID. He had so much time to recover. He was good. It was his mental. Like I said, to me that pickup is great if his mental is good. Because he does let that mess with him. Obviously that first year, and then I hate how all these reports are saying like, oh, he left because for a better opportunity over here. Like it is a better opportunity for him, but they're making it seem like he was like, nah, fuck the Heat, I'm out. It wasn't like that. It's just put two and two together. This dude was not gonna get playing time. Once they got Kyle Lowry, that was it. Like, and Jimmy, and like that's it. Like he's gonna come off the bench. So he probably just left because, to be honest, I have a feeling that he eventually will be a starter for the Lakers. You're going to have to start him. Like gonna. It has to. Like none is going to be a starter eventually for the Lakers. If his mind is right, he will take one of these dudes' jobs. For one, he's young, and when he's on, he's on it. Like when his mind is right. Um. So to me, I don't like the Russ trade. Like that's just me. I don't like it. He can't shoot. He's on the decline. Um, but I know a lot of you Laker fans love it. Like to me, I feel like he has to stop trying to rebound and he just has to let AD do that. AD rebound and Russ does whatever they need him to do. Hopefully Russ can buy in because I would like don't get me wrong. I fuck the Lakers. I'm a Seas fan, whatever. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like the NBA is always better when the Lakers are good. When the Lakers, Celtics, Knicks, Bulls, when those teams are good, the NBA is always better. Like no matter what. So it's good for the NBA. So I hope the Lakers do figure it out and they don't lose again in the first round. Hopefully they go to the second round, farther, whatever. But yeah, I just don't like that trade because I've seen Russell Westbrook just do so many bonehead things. And another thing with Russ can't play fast and he can't play slow. And one of the old pods, I talked about it, how he led the league in transition turnovers and then in half-court turnovers. And that's another thing. He's awful in the half-court. That's why I do not like this trade either. He is horrible in the half-court. But whatever, we'll see what happens. They do have a lot of time to figure it out. They're going to have 82 games to figure it out. And if anybody can figure this out, I think LeBron can. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now let's talk about the Celtics. To me, I hear the Celtics getting slandered left and right on Twitter. And I'm just like, what the hell are you guys talking about? If you literally think this team is going to be a 7th or 8th seed, you are fucking tripping. There's no fucking way that this team is a 7th or 8th seed. Like, just take a step back, calm down. I know how you Bostonians and Boston fans like to overreact about shit. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, you guys are hitting the panic button way too soon. Let me try to calm you guys down a bit. You literally have a 23-year-old superstar. We're gonna say it. Jason Tatum's a superstar. The kid's here. He's a superstar. Look what he did in the playoffs. Like, the kid averaged 36 points in that series, and he only played 5 damn games. The kid was killing it. And we already know what JB can do. JB averaged 25 points. He was an all-star this year. Those two guys are just going to get better. Their next year, these two dudes are going to ball. They have the scoring with those two dudes. Al Horford can give you 15 and 10. I hear a lot of you guys crying about the Horford trade, and it's you guys need to understand the Celtics needed to get out of that Kemba Walker deal. That's who cares about the first round pick. You guys got to understand that Kemba Walker trade was needed because it was 2 years already of Kemba's bad knees fucking him over in the playoffs. In the bubble, he was awful in the Toronto series and he was awful in the Heat series, and it's because his knee was messed up. And then what happened the next year? They rehabbed his knee, blah, 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 blah. He was supposed to be ready for the playoffs. By game 3 against the Nets, he was done. It's I hate to say it, but it's like my buddy Sal said. He said, can't really be playing from the hospital bed. And it's shit. It's kind of shitty to say, but he's right. So they had to get out of that trade. And who else? To me, I think the Al Horford trade is a great trade. The reason it's a great trade, he already knows the system. Yes, they have a new coach, but I'm pretty sure that the system's going to be kind of the same for Brad's, maybe a little bit better. They're going to tweak it. Al Horford can still stretch the floor. Al Horford can still defend at a high level. Al Horford's a great passer for a big man, which we need. He's a way better passer than Robert Williams. He's not as good as a defender as Robert Williams, but he's still a very, very capable defender. Come on. The Thunder literally sat the dude out the whole second half of the season. He sat out 50 games because he was playing too damn good. They're like, yo, man, we're trying to tank. We're trying to get these high picks here, bud. You need to sit your butt down. You're not playing no more. They benched him. And then they agreed that they would work something out in the offseason so he can be traded. And they did him a solid. They traded him back to the Seas. Like, I'm super ecstatic with this trade. Like, if he doesn't get injured and he can produce. Also, he had the best season he's ever had last season. He averaged 14 points and like 8 rebounds. That's literally like the best season he's ever had. Um, so, and also he's going to be rested. He did not play in a lot of games last year. So that to me is a good trade. We got out of the Kemba contract, and also his contract can't be voided next year. So it's going to help free a max spot. Now let's get to the Josh Richardson trade. All right, to me, we got that guy for nothing. He literally fit into the Gordon Hayward trade exception. So we got him for nothing. We literally traded Moses Brown. Sucks that Moses Brown got traded because I was trying to see if this dude was gonna like explode, because we saw him kill the C's. He got like an 18 rebound game against the Celtics. But sucks that he had to go. But we literally got Josh Richardson for nothing, which is he's a capable defender. He plays hard. Yes, he doesn't. This 3-ball doesn't always fall for him. He shoots around 35%, whatever. But you guys gotta think about it this way. We look at the starting five. Like right now, this is the starting five. Smart's gonna play point guard unless the Celtics find a way to get a point guard. So Smart point guard. Jalen will probably play shooting guard. Tatum well Josh Richardson. Got confused. Sorry. Josh Richardson will probably play shooting guard. Jalen will probably play small forward, and Tatum will probably play power forward, and then we'll have Al play center. Al is best at center. Like, he hasn't played power forward in a while. He is the best at center. So that would probably be the starting five for the season. That starting five literally can lock up anybody. Like, that's like another thing that you guys are not taking into account. The C's are going back to a defensive-minded team. Like, it's so obvious with those pickups that they made. Like, they're like, yo, defense is our first priority. We have the Jays. We have Josh. We have Smart. They're capable shooters. Let's see where this goes. Like, I don't mind it. I kind of feel weird that you guys are all saying that they're punting away the season. Also, the bench is already improved as well. We traded away Tristan Thompson. Ernest Cantor is the third best rebounder in the league. So you address some rebounding. Yes, he sucks at defending, but we're addressing the rebounding. Also, Peyton Pritchard is gonna be better. Naismith is gonna be better. Romeo Langford is gonna be better, and you're gonna be able to play Smart probably from the bench. Who knows? I heard Isaiah might come. We don't know. We'll see. But already we got done. The bench is already better. Like, Grant's still gonna play, but whatever, that's fine. Robert Williams might come off the bench some nights. Al Horford might come off the bench some nights. There you go. The bench is already better than last year, for one. And now the team is defensive minded. To me, I feel like this is gonna be a top 4 team in the East. Like, I know the Bulls made moves. I know the Knicks made moves, but I still ain't got no faith in those dudes. I ain't got no faith in the Hawks either. That's pretty much it for the season. And also, the C's are trying to get a max player next year. I don't know if they get Beal. I don't know, but that's the goal. I'm gonna be honest with you guys though. Let's get into the Bulls. Like, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. Like, I don't know what the Bulls are doing. Like, because to me, I feel like, yes, the Lonzo pickup is a cool pickup. Zach LaVine, DeRozan, Vucevic. They have a solid starting 4-5. But the problem with those dudes, who the hell is gonna defend? None of them are top tier defenders except for Lonzo, and DeMar's an okay defender, but like LaVine's horrible defender. Vucevic is not a good defender anymore. It's like, who plays defense? Like, they made all these moves, and I'm just kind of like, and also their coach is terrible. So I'm just kind of like, I don't like these moves, but maybe they make more. Don't get me wrong, I like Kobe White. I think that kid's good, but I do not see the Bulls being higher than a 6-7 seed. Who knows? Maybe they surprise me. Like, a lot of people keep saying I'm hating. Like, Lonzo Ball. Like, I'm gonna be honest, because hasn't shown shit. Like, yes, his shot has improved, but what has he done? Like, I'm just gonna give you guys one good example, and then I'm just gonna leave it there. We're not gonna talk about the Bulls moves anymore because I think the moves are dog shit. Um, John Morant literally took a way worse squad to the playoffs twice already. Twice. Lonzo literally had Zion and Ingram for 2 years and didn't do squat. And a lot of people say, "Oh, the coaching was bad." Dude, no, what? Like, but you had the better squad over Jaw. Jaw literally made the playoffs with the worst squad than than that dude. So already to me, Jaw is like head and shoulders above Lonzo. Like it is what it is. That's the example I'm gonna leave you guys with. No more talking about the Bulls. Let's talk about the Knicks now. And also, I feel like Lonzo got overpaid because until he shows me that he can lead somebody to the playoffs, I don't want to hear that shit. Overpaid. Let's talk about the Knicks now. I want to be honest with you. Julius Randle got overpaid. Julius Randle getting overpaid for like one good year. Other than that, all his other seasons have been mediocre. So I feel like the Knicks overpaid there. The Knicks definitely overpaid for Fournier. Fournier is a good player, don't get me wrong, but he was awful on the Celtics, and I have a feeling he's going to have some trouble playing with the Knicks and then with Kemba. Like, and that's another squad right there that's not going to play no D for the starting five. Only Julius Randle is going to be playing D. That team is not going to be a top defensive team in the league. So it's like another thing. Like, they're making all these moves, but none of those dudes. We already know here that defense wins championships. You can say what you want. The Bucks defense was legit. The Suns defense was legit. That's why they were at the end as well. I do not see and also that Kemba signing. That Kemba signing is not good for that team. I would have just kept Derrick Rose. Like, try to convince him to start a few games and then sit out some of it. To me, Derrick Rose is the better choice over Kemba. But when Kemba's undersized, I would know. I've seen him get shit on for like 2 years because he's undersized. So like, to me, I just think the moves they made were just like, we have all this money, let's all throw it out there. They did not make any moves that would make them contenders. Like, to me, I don't see it. But who knows? I might get proven wrong. We'll see. Also, let's talk about the Heat. The team that I think made the best moves in the East were the Heat. Obviously, the Bucks didn't really need to make moves. They're pretty much running it back. They just lost PJ Tucker to the Heat. I feel like the Heat, like, kind of like, yo, we're going for it, but I still don't think the Heat are better than the Nets or the Bucks. But I like the moves. But to me, they overpaid Duncan Robinson. They overpaid Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was awful last playoffs. He averaged 14.5 points. That's your star? You paid that man a max of, oh my God, what the hell are you doing? And then you pay Duncan Robinson like 20 mil a season. Duncan Robinson don't play no goddamn D. What? Like, I know that the three ball is like key, and he's like a good three ball player. But man, like, what is that move? Like, they overpaid. I like the PJ Tucker signing. PJ Tucker signed for 7.5 mil. I think that's a great signing for them. He's going to help with the defense. And another person I'm going to shit talk, I feel that Ben got overpaid. Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo didn't do shit last playoffs either. He didn't help him at all this time. He was killer in the bubble, but he didn't really perform up to what they expected him to in that first round series. Like, I feel Bam Adebayo got paid last year. I said it. He got paid for one good playoff series, and then he was just like, meh, whatever. But like I said, I do like the moves they made. I like the Kyle Lowry pickup. I don't know if he still has a lot in the tank. He's up there in age, but we're gonna see. I like the Kyle Lowry pickup and the PJ Tucker pickup. I hate that they overpaid for Duncan. That to me was like an overpay. Same with Jimmy Butler. That was an overpay. But I get why they paid Butler, but I don't like it. They paid him. He's the best player. He motivates the team. They go as he goes. But I feel if this team does not win a championship, that signing is obviously horrible. But like I said, I think I like the PJ Tucker move because it's gonna help him on defense. And then they picked up Victor Oladipo. It depends how much he signs for. They didn't really say for what he signed for. To me, that move right there all depends if his knee is healthy. If his knee ain't healthy, they're screwed again. Because they were really, really banking on Oladipo to help them on offense last year, and he got injured, out for the season, done. So I talked. Okay, so that's pretty much all the moves in the East. I talked about the Lakers. Also, CP3 overpaid, but good job for getting your bag, CP3. He's 37 years old. By the time that contract finishes, he's going to be 40. What the fuck are the Suns thinking? You're probably going to have to pay Ayton next year. I don't understand that. I don't understand how they're gonna run it back. And also, you gotta take a step back. If you're their GM, I love Monty Williams as a coach, by the way. But if you're their GM, you gotta take a step back and be like, yo, man, this playoff run was kind of, it was kind of lucky. Like, they literally had, like I said earlier, every player was injured on every team they played, either the first best player or the second best player. So, like, it was kind of like it was like they had a lot of luck. I've never seen a team ever get so lucky. And then when they played a healthy squad, they got washed. But I don't know, whatever. They said they're going to run it back. They brought back Cameron Payne. Torrey Craig left, so I think that's going to hurt them because that's a wing defender. But I know they still have Jay Crowder, but we'll see how it goes. I hate the CP3 signing. I thought that signing was shit. Like, you gave this man another max? Like, come on, dude. What are you doing? He's old. But whatever. Good for him. I guess, they still value his leadership. Chris Paul does a lot of things. All right? I know he does a lot of things. He's a good leader. I can't say he's a point guard. He hasn't won shit. So we ain't saying he a point guard. We ain't saying none of that. But he does a lot of things. He controls the pace. He gets those dudes involved. He's a good team guy. So I guess whatever. I hate it. I don't like it. What else? I think that's pretty much it for the free agency so far. Other than the Hawks just signed John Collins, which I think that's another overpay for the simple fact that John Collins got paid for one good playoff run. They had never made the playoffs, but he averaged like 14, 15 points or whatever. I don't know. They overpaid him. They gave him pretty much a max. We'll see how that turns out for the Hawks. It's like I said, I don't see the Hawks sniffing the ECF anytime soon unless they make a trade for another star. But that's pretty much for the NBA free agency. Oh my god, I almost forgot to talk about the Nets. I am so sorry. Like, where is my brain? Okay, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think the Nets win. If the Nets don't suffer an injury next year, they win it all next year. I absolutely love the shit out of the Patty Mills pickup. Like, Patty Mills has been going off in the Olympics. We already know what Patty Mills does. Patty Mills is a sniper. That dude plays hard. I can't even shit on Patty Mills for trying to win another ring. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He was with the Spurs for 10 years. He won a couple rings with them. He stuck it out when they were garbage during this shitty rebuild. Poor guy. So I can't even hate on Patty Mills. I'm happy for him that he might get another ring. The dude has been absolutely destroying the Olympics. So to me, the Nets made that's probably the best pickup in the whole NBA free agency. Well, I guess besides the Russ one, according to everybody. But to me, the Patty Mills is probably the best pickup in the whole free agency for the Nets. They have a dude, just in case Kyrie goes down, they have a dude that can put up 20 a night off the bench or if he starts. So to me, that right there. And then you also have Joe Harris. Nobody ever talks about Joe Harris. Like, everybody's always talking about KD, Kyrie, Harden. Dude, Joe Harris is literally was the best 3-point shooter last year. He shot the 3-ball at 55%. The league average is 40%. That is insane. That's nuts. And now you add another sniper. Like, man, this team is loaded, man. I hate to say it, like fuck, it's so lame that they're loaded, like so freaking loaded. Like I can't even hate though. Like it's like damn, I hate this, I hate it, but damn, good for them. Like that pickup to me was huge, like huge, 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 huge. Um, and also before I forget, let me talk about the Jazz a bit. I do like the moves the Jazz made. Uh, I like the Tory. I think Torrey Craig went to the Jazz, if I'm not mistaken. Big pickup right there. They need a wing defender. Um, I also like the Whiteside pickup. That's a good pickup for them. And the Connolly taking a pay cut. He's getting paid like $23 million a year instead of getting the max, which is awesome for him. He's literally sacrificing to win a ring. I'm gonna be honest. This is probably Mike Conley's last contract. So him taking a nice little pay cut like that to try to win that ring is pretty damn cool. Yeah, and that's pretty much for the NBA free agency. I talked pretty much about everybody. Also I forgot to talk about the Nuggets. Sorry guys, I'm tired. But the Nuggets, I love the Jeff Green pickup. The simple fact that MPJ is not ready to be the guy yet. He's getting there. But until he can play two ways, his defense is awful. I like the Jeff Green pickup because Jeff Green can guard people. He can guard the wings. So I like that pickup for the Nuggets, and I'm pretty sure they're keeping Aaron Gordon as well. I'm gonna say this right now: if Jamal Murray can come back healthy, I think we're going to see another Lakers and Nuggets Western Conference Finals next year. If Murray can come back as the same as he was with the pickups of Aaron Gordon, well, they had him last year, but Aaron Gordon, Jeff Green, MPJ playing the way he's been playing, if he gets even better, that team is going to be freaking nasty. I like it. The bench is not bad either. Will Barton came back. This team's good. This team's solid. I would love to see a Lakers Nuggets Western Conference Finals again, especially after watching Jokic last year. He got so much better from the year before. Like to me, I feel that that's a 7-game series. If dude, they're just gonna fucking duke it out for 7 games. It's just gonna go back and forth, back and forth. I don't know who wins. Like that's just how I feel. We all know I'm a Jokic dude, but I'm gonna be honest. Like I love the moves the Nuggets made. Like that Jeff Green move is a good move for them. Because MPJ cannot guard them wings. So they're getting a person that can guard the wings, which is good. He's not going to be amazing at guarding the wings, but he can do something. It's not like MPJ. They just eat that kid alive. He's not ready yet. And let me say one thing, too, outside of this stuff, because I forgot. I am not going to be gassing Luka Doncic on this fucking pod any fucking more until this motherfucker learns how to play defense. Just let me throw that shit out there. I literally watched Kawhi Leonard be like, yo, let me get the switch on this bum Luka because he cannot guard me. I literally watched Luka get shit on 3 possessions straight and lose the series for his team. I don't want to hear that shit that Luka's a top 3 player in the league until this motherfucker learns how to play some motherfucking defense. It's unexcusable at this point. It's 3rd year in the league. We all know his offensive game is polished. He doesn't need to work on that crap anymore. He needs to get that ass in the gym and work on that motherfucking thing. So I'm not gassing Luka Doncic in this fucking pot. I'll be like, oh, he put up good numbers, cool. I ain't gassing his shit, calling that guy a top 5 player in the league until he can learn how to play some motherfucking defense. Just let me throw that shit out there. All right, so that's pretty much it for the NBA free agency. We're gonna get into the USA basketball now. I'm gonna be honest here. I am so damn happy that the USA basketball team is in the gold medal game. Fuck all you haters. There were so many people hating on this squad on Twitter, on social media. Oh my god, this squad is garbage. They lost 2 exhibition games and you guys are acting like the fucking world was over for the for the USA basketball team, the men's. Like, how, dude, KD, Tatum, dude, this team is nasty. Like, I don't know how they're saying, like, this team is not as talented as the other teams in times past. What the fuck? This team is loaded. Like, come on. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, they lost they lost to France, but that game that they lost to France, they didn't. Basically, Middleton, Booker, and Drew had literally got off the plane a couple hours before that game. Like, they hadn't played any time with the team, and look at them now. They're like fucking 6 games in, and they're wrecking shit. Like, that lineup, like Popovich finally figured out his lineups as well. He was putting out some weird lineups out there. Man, I'm just gonna say this: that defensive lineup that he has, where he plays Drew, he plays Middleton, he plays Tatum, he plays KD, and Bam. That freaking lineup is nasty. That lineup about to lock France's shit up in that gold medal game. I'm going to say this right now. If France is able to beat the USA, I will be very, very surprised. The USA team looks so much better from 3 weeks ago when they played them, or 2 weeks ago. The USA team is nasty. Okay, I am never going to. If I ever slander KD, you guys better call me out. This man, KD, has been killing it in the Olympics. He looks like his former self. The man has been playing two-way basketball, been killing it. That game last night was like, damn, this is the Warriors KD before he got injured. Double teams don't matter. Splash, get off me. That man was splashing everything. That man's step back was wet as hell. It's been wet as hell the whole Olympics. I'm just gonna say this, like, I do see the team struggling, but I feel like they're going to win the gold. After watching them play against, they literally dismantled Spain. They destroyed Australia after being down 15 points. They literally erased that lead like in 6 minutes. Third quarter starts, business. Game over. Game was over by like the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. They were up by like 12. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yes. Game over. There are so many people hating on this squad, though. I am glad they are shitting up all the fucking haters. They look so damn good. Like, now, like I said, from the 3 weeks ago to now, the team is amazing. KD is just killing it. Tatum's been playing well. Like I said, Pop finally figured out his rotations. That defensive rotation he has, where he puts all those defenders on the floor, is beautiful. Like that, Jesus, man, those dudes just lock everybody up. It's nuts to watch. But yeah, haters, where you at? There was a lot of you on Twitter. You hella quiet now that they in the gold medal game. Yeah, but that's pretty much it for the NBA basketball. All right, y'all, let's get into some NFL talk. First and foremost, it might be all over the place because, spontaneous pot, I just went for it. But here we go. First, I'm going to talk about the Packers. I really hate how Aaron Rodgers was talking all that shit, and then he was a punk and went back to the Packers. Like, you can't be talking all that shit and then be like, oh, no, I'm back. Like, come on, dude. Have some fucking balls, man. How the hell are you? Yes, I get it. You went back for your teammates. You went back for Devontae. But come on. You can't be shit talking the shit out of your GM. You called your GM Jerry Krause. Like, that guy literally fucked over the Bulls franchise. Like, you compared that man to that fucking GM. Like, Jesus, man. What the fuck? And then this is another thing that doesn't make any damn sense to me. The man cried, and then he's like, I want to be part of these decisions and blah, blah, blah. And his first decision is signing Randall Cobb. What the fuck? That is a fucking shit signing. Randall Cobb plays like 6 fucking games a year. Like, what the fuck is that signing? That blows my mind. Like, and then he's over here on that ego shit. Nobody comes to Wisconsin to they all come to play with me. They don't come to play for the Packers. They come to play with me. Like, holy fuck, come on, man. You don't fucking ego You're fucking this franchise that you've been with your whole career. Come on, man. And if wide receivers were lining up to play with your ass, how come they haven't got you a wide receiver? It is that simple. Like you cannot say that all these players come here to play with you when you have not been able to get a receiver to come play with you for years. What receivers have you gotten? You got the fucking the Lizard King, Lazard or whatever the hell his name is. Straight trash. Like what receivers have come play with you? Like you got Jimmy Graham to come play with you, a washed up Jimmy Graham to come play with you. Like who has this guy got to come play with? Like, but I will agree that their GM did drop the ball by not drafting a receiver last year. If they draft a receiver last year, they're in the Super Bowl. Like the receivers they could have drafted would have literally been better than any fucking garbage they rolled out there. What was it? They could have drafted Jared Jeudy. I don't know about Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, I think, was the first receiver off the board. But I know Jared Jeudy was on the board. CeeDee Lamb. A lot of those. There was a lot of good receivers in last year's draft. They dropped the ball. They didn't draft one. They fucked up there. I think if they get him a right receiver, they make the Super Bowl. But also too, like, he's wild, and the shit he was saying was pretty damn wild. Like everybody kind of playing with me. Like, come on, you can't be saying that when you haven't been able to get a receiver to come play with you. You literally over here hyped as hell because you got Randall Cobb to come play with you, a dude that plays like 7 games a year. Like, come on, man, get that shit out of here. The Cowboys got rid of Randall Cobb. The Texans got rid of Randall Cobb. Why do you think that is? Because that dude's always fucking injured, man. But congratulations to you, Aaron. You got yourself your wide receiver. Hopefully he plays more than 7 games. That's the first thing I wanted to say. But I'm going to be honest. I feel like the Packers are going to be good next year. They're a good team. Like, don't get me wrong. They just need another wide receiver. I don't think Cobb is the guy, but who knows? I guess we'll find out, right? Another thing is Minnesota. The Vikings are coming. So that division is going to get spicy because the Packers are good. Minnesota made some really, really good pickups in the offseason. I like what Minnesota did. They got a new safety core, a new corner core. They're ready. Like, they are like, yo, last year we were the worst corners in the league, the worst safeties in the league. Let's build that. They got an edge rusher. The team's coming. They rebuilt the damn defense. So I feel that next year the Packers and Minnesota Vikings are going to be duking it out for that number 1 seed in their division. I really like what the Vikings did. Also, come on, we know that Vikings offense is very nice to watch. It was nice when they had Diggs. It's still nice as hell to watch now. You got Allen Thielen, Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is a damn monster. The kid is going to be a superstar in the league. Like, he's already almost there, literally. It's crazy. I don't think the kid's overrated at all. The kid proved last year that he's a monster. He broke the rookie record, Moss's rookie record. The kid's fucking amazing. Yes, they lost Kyle Rudolph, which is not a big deal. He only scored 1 touchdown last year, and he played in 12 games. Their rookie was way better. Alexander or something. I don't know. He had a weird last name. But that dude is good. I think Dalvin Cook, literally always in the for rushing leader. So the Vikings are going to come at the Packers. I'm not going to talk about the Bears because I do not like any moves the Bears made. I do like that they got a QB, but Andy Dalton is their starter. I don't know how I feel. Like, I think that division is a 2-team race. It's going to be between the Packers and the Vikings. Yes, the Vikings do have Kirk Cousins. You know, he tends to fold under pressure, but he has kind of Dalvin Cook to kind of alleviate some of that. Also, he has Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen to throw the ball to. So that also helps a lot. And the O-line got better as well. They always had a good O-line. The O-line is still solid. So yeah, that's how I feel about Aaron Rodgers' BS and that division. That division to me is a 2-team race. Yeah, so I feel like the NFC North is a two-team race. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. It's gonna be the Packers and the, the oh my god, the Vikings. Man, I'm brain farting so hard. I'm sorry, guys, if I mess things up. I'm pretty tired. Uh, but now let's talk about the NFC South. The NFC South is kind of like a dumpster fire right now, uh, except for the Buccaneers. Obviously, the Buccaneers retain their whole squad. Um, Atlanta's garbage. I'm gonna be honest. Atlanta's not ready to do anything. Carolina made moves, but I don't think it's enough. They're going to run McCaffrey into the ground again. I'm gonna just be honest. This division is gonna be cakewalk for the Buccaneers. I feel like the Saints got worse. They lost a lot of key pieces. Michael Thomas is injured. I think he's going to miss like the first 5 or 6 games of the season. So Michael Thomas is injured. They're going to need Alvin Kamara to carry them. They lost. They lost Jared Cook, Emmanuel Sanders. They lost a lot of pieces. I feel like this team's going to go through it. They also lost Drew Brees, their star quarterback, even though Drew Brees couldn't throw more than 12 yards anymore. It's still a big hit. We'll see if Tyson Hill can step up to the plate and deliver. I feel like the Buccaneers have this division in the bag. Obviously, they brought back their whole team. They brought Fournette back, Antonio Brown. They still got Evans. This team's good. They're probably going to Gronk. I don't know if Gronk came back, but the whole team, this team is the best team in the division. They're going to win the division easily. The division to me that's finally going to be interesting is the NFC East. Like, I don't think the NFC East is going to be as trash as it was before. I do like a lot of the pickups the Dallas Cowboys made. I like the Micah Parsons pickup. They retooled the corners, the safeties. They had a really bad cornerback core last year. They retooled it. They feel like they hired Dan Quinn, the old Falcons coach, which is good. It's a good defensive coordinator for them. I think this team's gonna make noise. Zeke's in the best shape of his career. Kind of nuts that you get paid so much money and you're not always like in shape. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. Dak's coming back from his messed up injury. I think he's gonna be fine. We already know the offense is loaded. The offense is not the problem. It's the defense. The offense is fucking loaded for the Dallas Cowboys. And as much as I hate to admit this, let's talk about the Giants. I like the Giants' moves that they made in the offseason. They got another corner. They got an edge rusher. They got a receiver in the draft, but we don't know if this receiver is any good. We'll see. And I'm gonna be honest, the Eagles fucked the damn Giants in the draft. Everybody thought Parker was gonna fall. Devontae Parker was going to fall to the Giants. Psych. Philadelphia moved up, traded with Dallas, and then the Eagles drafted him. Kind of wild to me. Like, that was pretty shitty move. I know a lot of people are mad about that, but you guys gotta realize that you guys are mad at the wrong team. You need to be mad at the Panthers. The Panthers literally fucked up the whole draft for the Giants. Because if the Panthers do not draft that corner, the Cowboys draft that corner. Therefore, there is no trade, and the Giants swoop on Devontae Parker. So you gotta think the Panthers literally fucked the draft up for the Giants. But back to the Giants. I like the other corner they got. The defense was pretty decent last year. It's gonna be better this year. To me, a lot of people are like gassing up their offensive pickups, like the pickups they got on offense. To me, I'm not gonna be gassing Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph was awful last year. And he had a good O-line. There was no excuse for him to only score 1 touchdown in 12 games. He was awful. But also, the Giants do have Evan Ingram. I feel like Kyle Rudolph is mostly there for blocking purposes for Saquon. But we'll see. We do know that that's the old special teams coach from the Pats, and we all know that Belichick likes to run two tight ends that can block for make it easier for the running back. Um, Saquon is the biggest question. We don't know if Saquon makes it the whole year. Saquon hasn't played a full season since his rookie season. He went down his second year for like 6 games. He had that high ankle sprain. Then he tried playing on it. He fucked it up again. I don't know. And then he tore his ACL. Like, we don't know. That's something that's really, really big for the Giants. They need to make sure Saquon stays healthy. And then it's another. I personally, I hate the Kenny Golladay pickup because that dude literally has fucking glass hamstrings. Like, that dude's hamstrings always messed up. So I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like that pickup. And I hate the John Ross pickup. Me and my boys that love the Giants, I always constantly shit on them. I'm like, dude, John Ross played 2 games last year, 1 game last year. Like, get out of here with that shit. I'm not afraid of no John Ross, Kenny Golladay, Mr. Injury Prone ass. I'm not scared of these injury prone players. I'm not even gonna talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, by the way, because they're gonna be dog shit. They'll probably be the worst team in that division this year. To me, I thought this division was gonna be a 2-team race. My God, was I fucking wrong. I literally looked up the Washington roster the other day, and I was like, holy shit, they made some big fucking moves. But they were kind of low key about it. They weren't like huge. Like, you really had to go look. Let's be honest. Who's gonna look up the Washington football team? Like, come on, that team's literally been irrelevant for like years. So now let me get back into it. Like, I really like the Curtis Samuel pickup. I felt like they needed another receiver. It couldn't be McLaurin the whole time. Couldn't just be the McLaurin show. Also, they drafted 2 O-line dudes, which is huge for them. They needed help on the O-line. The O-line was decent last year, but with those 2 dudes, the O-line is going to be even better. They also got another corner. This team is stacked. I hate to say it. And they got another edge rusher. And Chase Young is a fucking beast. Let's just throw that out there. Chase Young is a monster. That man going to be eating up offensive lines. And they also got Fitzpatrick. That's the only big question mark to me is Fitzpatrick. Because I feel that guy's hit or miss. Either he's on it or he's off. But it's like weird watching that guy play. It's kind of like, you see him throw 2 interceptions. You see him throw 2 pick sixes. You like take a nap. You wake up and they're fucking winning. Even though he threw 2 pick sixes. It's fucking nuts. Like, every team that guy's on, he does shit like that. And it's crazy to me. But I like that pickup. And we already know what you're going to get from Antonio Gibson. Gibson's a beast. McKissick's a beast. So they have a good running game. The offensive line got better. The defense got better. This whole squad got better. They already had made the playoffs last year in this shitty division. This division is finally going to be fun to watch again. It's not going to be a 2-team race. There's going to be 3 good teams in the division, so I think that's good. And I think this division, the team that makes the playoffs, is not going to be an 8-8 team. It's going to be a team that has a record above 500. Finally. That's pretty much it about the NFC East. Let's get into the NFC West. To me, the NFC West is the hardest division in football right now, currently. I don't care what anybody says. The NFC West is the hardest division in all of football. Ever since Arizona got Kyler Murray, they've put receivers around the young man. They put Hopkins. Kirk is a good receiver. The only thing that the Arizona Cardinals need is a running back. And I didn't really check to see if they signed anybody. But if the Arizona Cardinals can get a running back, they're going to be in business. I think Edmonds is too small. I think he won't last the whole season. If they're planning on using him, that's going to be tough for him because he's a small dude. Also, I like the J.J. Watt pickup. So they're like, yo, our defense, we need a dude that can get sacks. They got a dude. They're making moves to make the playoffs. They almost made the playoffs last year, but they lost to the Rams. Um, uh, that's pretty much it for the Cardinals. I like the pickups. The Rams. Oh man, the Rams. We already know that the Rams is literally is like top 3 defense in the league. There's it is what it is. Aaron Donald. You got Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. Like these dudes, nasty. Like the defense is always good. It's just the offense that's the problem, and they literally addressed that by trading Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff. I've been saying it on this pod since I started. Jared Goff is fucking ass. Jared Goff is a QB that is cool when he has all this time in the pocket, but once you make this man scramble and think, it is game over. He is awful. I really love that trade for Stafford. To me, Stafford, I am very happy for Stafford because that dude is finally gonna get an actual shot to win a Super Bowl, to make the playoffs, to make some fucking noise. Cooper Kupp, very capable receiver. Same with Reynolds. These kids are gonna be solid. They have a good tight end. I forgot his name. Sucks that they lost Cam Akers. Cam Akers was starting to shine at the end of last season. Before his ankle injury, the kid was starting to go off, and then he tears his Achilles this year, and while he's training, kind of sucks for them. But they feel like they still have enough with the running backs they have. So we'll see how they do. I'm excited to watch this team play because I like Matthew Stafford, and to me, they were just missing a quarterback that can actually win games for them in the clutch. Also, let's get into. To me, I like the Niners. The Niners, to me, that team is nasty on defense. Their problem is like their corners. They're gonna have a problem with the corners if the edge rushers are not getting sacks, not pressuring the shit out of the quarterback. It's going to make it harder for the corners. I think their corners are like meh, but this is another thing about the Niners that I like. They grind their games out. Like, good defense. The O-line is so good that the O-line just moves you. Like, their running backs, they can insert literally any damn running back they have. They have like 10 running backs, dude. They got Moster's the starter. But these dudes literally can plug in any running back. I've seen a third string running back ball out with that O-line. So that O-line is solid. David Ayuk, I expect a big year from Ayuk this year. The kid was started popping off at the end of last season. He kind of came into his own. I like that dude. We're gonna see. Like, I think the Niners, and then they obviously. How can I forget about that amazing tight end they have? What's his name again? George Kittle. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name. Jesus Christ. We all know George Kittle's a baller. He just needs to stay healthy. If he stays healthy, I think this team will have an amazing year. I think this team's set up to be legit. To me, the concern is the health. The health. That's literally what's gonna keep them out of doing anything. Is the health. And also we already know they got to literally they can literally plug in any running back, man. Like, they can use Hasty and be fine. They can use Mostert and be fine. They can Wilson Jr. They'll be fine. Like, it don't matter which Brandon. I said David Ayuk, by the way. It's Brandon Ayuk. I expect a big year from Brandon Ayuk. And like I said, this team can run on any team. It doesn't even matter. They're gonna run on anybody. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but now let's get into the Seahawks. To me, I feel like the Seahawks still a solid team. I feel that this team has one of the best receiving cores in the league. You still got a really, really good freaking QB and Russell Wilson. Chris Carson, I'm expecting a big year out of Chris Carson. Chris Carson was playing good last year, and then they kind of went away from running the ball. I think this year they got to give that man the ball more and spread the ball out even more. DK Metcalf is a monster. You guys already know DK's gonna do his thing. They still got Tyler Lockett is still a very very good receiver. They just paid Jamal Adams. They got their edge rusher. This team's gonna be legit. It's gonna be this team is it always goes how Russell Wilson goes. So if Russell Wilson has a big year, this team will have a big year. They just gotta run the ball. I feel like they just gotta run the ball a bit more. They gotta stop going away from the run game. They always trying to do the whole let Russell cook. That shit don't work because teams know that you're going to do it. So they need to run the ball. They need to mix up the offense a little bit more. But I think this team is good. I think this team's going to be solid next year. And that's it for the NFC. Let's get into the AFC. I'll just start off with the AFC East. AFC East, two-team race. Hate to say it. Buffalo, New England. I don't think Miami does anything. That Will Fuller pickup is literally going to be fucking non-existent by like week 7. Will Fuller misses like 5 games a year. So I'm not banking on that shit. What I would have liked from Buffalo, I would have liked Buffalo to draft a running back. Because to me, I feel like if Buffalo had a really good running back this year, they make the Super Bowl. I don't know who's out there still. I don't know. Maybe you give Le'Veon a ring if he's not gonna play for the Chiefs. You see how that goes. I think Le'Veon still has something left in the tank. I think he just didn't like playing for the coach he had in Kansas City. And then I like the moves the Bills made. They paid their players on defense. We already know White, lockdown corner. That guy's a fucking beast. I also like the. Oh my god, I'm brain farting again. Jesus, can I stop? We already know Josh Allen's a beast. I have a feeling Josh Allen's gonna do his thing again. They signed Matt Breida. I like the Matt Breida pickup because Matt Breida didn't really get a chance to shine last year because he got injured, and that O line is okay, mediocre in Miami. It's the Bills have a better O line. I would have liked the Bills to draft the RB though. Maybe the kid that the Steelers drafted, but who knows? I have no faith in Zach Moss, Devin Singletary. I feel like I've seen enough. They're not gonna get the job done. Stephon Diggs is a beast. We already know Stephon Diggs gonna do Stephon Diggs things. Same with Cole Beasley. I think this team is good. I like them. Oh, that's who they picked up. They picked up Emmanuel Sanders. I love the Emmanuel Sanders pickup. I think Emmanuel Sanders is still a decent receiver. He'll be big for them. They lost John Brown to the Raiders, but I do like the Emmanuel Sanders pickup. I just hope the Matt Breida pickup works out for them because I do think that this team is going to be a contender again this year. If Josh Allen comes back even better than he was last year, this team's going to be nasty. Remember, I said Josh Allen was going to pop off last year. I was 110% correct. And mind you, Josh Allen last year was the best QB for fantasy. He was either the best QB or the best player in fantasy last year. So I was 110% correct about Josh Allen. And I feel the same way this year. I feel if Josh Allen can ball again this year, Diggs is going to do beast. Cole Beasley, already know what you're going to get from Cole Beasley. You need a big catch, he's going to do it. To me, just the concern is the running back. They need a running back that can, because let's just be honest here. If they're going to make it past Kansas City, they're going to have to be able to run the ball. I'm just going to be honest here. Like, I don't feel that anybody is going to beat Mahomes playing his game. His game is what? Throw the ball down the field. Just keep throwing and throwing and throwing. You're not going to stop me. I'm just going to do it. You're not going to stop Tyreek. You're not going to stop Kelsey. I'm just going to keep throwing the ball and scoring on you. How you do it, how you beat. Everybody already knows the formula to beat that team. Either you pressure the shit out of Mahomes or you don't have a shootout with them. What you do, you score first. If you get the ball back, your running back literally, you just time manage the shit out of Mahomes. Um, but we'll see. Like I do like the Bills. I think the Bills are gonna have another good year. Um, to me, I think the Bills are contenders, 110% contenders. Hopefully, like I said, the Matt Breida pickup works out for them. I also like the Pats pickups that they made. They got all their players. All their players opted back in. They're gonna play this year. The O line's gonna be good this year for them. I think Cam Newton's gonna have a bounce back year. He didn't get a chance last year. He got COVID. I like the Nelson Aguilar pickup. I like the 2 tight ends they picked up. I hope Hunter Henry can actually stay healthy. I think that they're gonna be solid, and we already know that defense is gonna be a top defense in the league. Bill Belichick, like that's the thing too, man. You could never count out Bill Belichick. You just can't. And we're gonna see Sony Michel still has a lot left in the tank, and we're gonna see what Harris does this year. Damian Harris does this year. But I do like the Nelson Aguilar pickup. N'Keal Harry, we're gonna see what N'Keal Harry does this year. I think that this team is going to be super solid. I can't wait to watch these. I do want to watch them play against the Bills. Like these games finally have meaning again. Like last year, those games didn't have no meaning. We already knew who was gonna win. I do like the Jonnu Smith pickup. He got his 2 tight ends. He's gonna start running the ball more. So we'll see. I think because we already know the defense is gonna be fucking lights out. Like we already know. And now, that's enough about the AFC East. 2-team race. AFC North, basically, that is another really, really hard division. I like the Ravens in that division. The Ravens are going to have a top defense again. I think J.K. Dobbins has a big year this year. He didn't really come into his own until like the end of the season last year. They gave him a bigger role. I think he has an even bigger role this year. And we already know what their QB can do. He's a beast. We already know my man Lamar Jackson is going to do Lamar Jackson things. He's just gonna beast on people all day. I don't know about the receiving core though. The receiving core to me is still kind of like in the air. You can't have Hollywood Brown be your best receiver. I feel like they need to get this man another receiver like ASAP. I know they drafted a receiver. The whole Mark Andrews as my best receiver shit ain't gonna work. They got Sammy Watkins. That to me is not a good pickup. Sammy Watkins is another player that only plays like 6 games a year. But we're gonna see if Shanahan can keep doing his magic with this 1 tight end Mark Andrews, his double tight ends. To me, I feel like the Cleveland Browns are going to be the best team in this division. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying this, but this team is nasty. This team is going to go as Baker goes. So Baker is going to be key for the Browns to do anything. The Browns defense got better. They got Clowney. So another edge rusher to go with Myles Garrett. I like the moves they made. They got decent corners. Nick Chubb re-signed. I think Kareem Hunt's going to be somewhere else. So Nick Chubb is just going to have a bigger role. Obviously, they still got OBJ, and it sounds like OBJ is going to have a monster year. But who knows? Like, you never know. Oh, never mind. They still have Kareem Hunt. I thought Kareem Hunt left. So they still have the 2. They're gonna have the 2 running back duo. That's a great duo to have. Kareem Hunt. So basically, Odell Beckham. They have Odell Beckham Jr. still, and they're going to have Higgins as well, and Jarvis Landry. This team's stacked. I hate to say it like that. this team's going to be solid. Um, and they also have Austin Hooper. Like this team has everything they need to make it to the Super Bowl if Baker can get them there. Um, to me, I feel like the worst team in that division is probably the Steelers. Even though I love the pickup of that running back from Alabama, I think that's a good pickup for them. It's either Alabama or LSU. I don't know. I'm tired, guys. I'm sorry, but I like that pickup very, very much. Obviously, their receiving core is legit. They got Claypool. They got Juju. Um, but the only problem, and that defense is always good. That's another team that's gonna have a top 5 defense. That defense creates a lot of turnovers. They get a lot of sacks. They get a lot of picks. Mika Fitzpatrick's a fucking lockdown corner. I just feel like that team just needs a quarterback. I don't know why they just don't go away from Big Ben. Try to they gotta do something about the quarterback. Big Ben just looks worse and worse every single year. Like, to me, the problem there is they need to move from Big Ben. They're gonna give Big Ben one more shot. Let's see how it goes. I feel like this is gonna be like his last season. If this team doesn't win a Super Bowl with Big Ben this year, I think that's it. I think he just retires, and or either that or they just finally let him go and they do something else. They get another QB. They find a way to get a QB. But other than that, I like the pickups they made. That, like I said, the defense is always solid. They got a good running back. They had to go away from Mr. Injury Prone RB. I don't even want to say his name. I forgot his name. This dude always screws over my boy in fantasy. He always gets injured every fucking year, and he misses a lot of time. So whatever. I forgot his fucking name. Who cares? That guy's gone. I'm pretty sure you guys know. But yeah, I feel like the Steelers will probably be the worst team in that division this year. Let's talk about the AFC South. The Houston Texans are going to be irrelevant. I don't think Watson plays this year. The Indianapolis Colts are in deep shit right now. Carson Wentz is pretty much going to be out 5 to 12 weeks. I don't know what they do. They're going to have to trade for a quarterback. And also their best lineman got injured. All linemen got injured. We all know Jonathan Taylor is a fucking beast. But I don't know if Jonathan Taylor can carry them. I don't know if he can do it. Because that's what's going to have to happen. He's going to have to be huge on offense. I don't know. Their receiving core is kind of old. I don't know if they make the playoffs this year. Because that Carson Wentz injury is big. Like, that is the best O-line in the league, by the way. But if any O-line can do it, this O-line can carry them to the playoffs. I shouldn't say I don't know. I'm saying they could do it. Because that O-line is so fucking good. The Jaguars are going to be dog water. I'm not talking about the Jags. The Tennessee Titans are going to be legit. I like the Julio Jones pickup if Julio Jones can actually stay on the field. We already know what Derrick Henry gives you. Derrick Henry, 100 yards minimum every game. He's good for a touchdown every game. Book it. This team going to win the division. I feel like that's the strongest team in the division. I like the Julio pickup. It's going to be good for A.J. Brown. And, like, yeah, I think Tennessee wins the division easily. Now let's get into the AFC West. I'm sorry I'm not talking about the AFC South much, but I'm going to be honest. Like, that division is kind of going to be shit this year. It's going to be tight. It's going to be an easy division win for the Titans unless the Colts, O-line, and Jonathan Taylor can carry them. We're not talking about the Broncos. The Broncos are not going to make that much noise this year. That's a team that's kind of shitty because that team always has good, like, the quarterback situation. Like, I know they picked up Terry Bridgewater, but I don't know if he's going to be better than Drew Lock. Like, because this team, we're not going to talk much about Brooks, but we'll talk a little bit about it. Like, I like the pieces they have on offense, like Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Noah Fant. I really hope that Terry Bridgewater can ball out and show how good Noah Fant is. Literally, George Kittle said that Noah Fant is better than him. I hope he finally gets the chance to show that he is better. Well, he's on Kittle's level or better than him. Um, and then their defense is always good, but the problem is that the offense is so shit that they can't keep the defense off the field. Maybe that changes this year. They did draft that corner. Kansas City, we already know Kansas City's gonna fucking ball, man. I hate to say it. We already know Mahomes. It's literally gonna be the Mahomes, the Kelsey, and the Tyreek Hill show. We already know that it is what it is. Like I just and they got their defense is mediocre, but the offense is so good it doesn't matter that the defense is mediocre. I'm not talking about the Raiders. Outside of Darren Waller, I don't see anything there. I feel bad for Josh Jacobs that they picked up Drake. That's gonna fuck with his snaps. I think Josh Jacobs is a good RB. I that pickup to me does not make any sense. I don't think that team should have a committee. I think how they were is fine. Maybe they got that committee because Josh Jacobs gets injured, but who knows? I think Drake is ass. And I shouldn't say ass. It sounds kind of bad, Consider me, I'm just some dumb idiot talking on the internet, but like he sucks. So much potential. I don't know what happened to that guy. It just sucks. And also I'm hearing a lot of good things about that Bryan Edwards kid, the receiver they drafted. But we'll see. Darren Waller is a beast, man. Thank you, Darren. All I want to say, I want to thank you, Darren Waller. You helped me get my first fantasy football championship. So I will forever be indebted to Darren Waller. This is a team I actually want to talk about. I say it every year on this pod that the Chargers have potential to make noise. I think this is their year. I think they're going to give Kansas City a run for their money in this division. Justin Herbert is a fucking beast. This is something I saw on Twitter. Justin Herbert is the Luka to Joe Burrow's Trae Young. So Justin Herbert is Luka, Trae Young is Joe Burrow. And I think that is true so far. So far, that can change. So far, I also like Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's a beast. They finally shored up the O line, and if that defense stays healthy, Bosa's a fucking beast. I like Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler's a beast. Probably the best. He is the best catching back in the league. So they have Austin Eckler. Hopefully he can stay healthy, doesn't get injured. I know he's a small running back, but he's a beast. Kid's good. But Justin Herbert to me is just an animal. Like that kid can throw it anywhere on the field. He'll put it anywhere on the field. He's a beast. And he's going to get better. That is what's even crazier. And he has a great receiver to throw to. I think Keenan Allen's a great receiver. Personally, a lot of people think that Keenan Allen's underrated. I don't think Keenan Allen's underrated at all. It just sucks that he plays through a lot of injuries. It kind of screws him up a bit. I like that defense though. I forgot his name. Oh my god. Shit, that corner. Whatever, dude. I can't think of the corner's name. They're finally getting him back from his torn ACL. I think he's going to do solid. And I think they also picked up Jared Cook, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. You're going to hear that clack, 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 clack. Did they? Yeah. Keenan Allen. Clack, 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 clack. I also like Mike Williams. They did pick up Jared Cook. I'm right. So now he has a tight end to throw to that he's actually going to have a tight end. Like Hunter Henry, injury prone. Hunter Henry was always injured. So I like that he's going to have Keenan Allen to throw to. He still gets Mike Williams. And now he has Jared Cook. He has another weapon. I like it. I think this team will be solid as long as they do not get injured. To me, This defense is lights out. Joey Bosa is a freaking beast. You know that man's gonna put pressure on those QB. Derwin James is his name. Shit, there you go. I remember. Derwin James is a beast. They're finally gonna get him back. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today's pod, guys. It's time to go. I gotta dip out. I hope you guys enjoy the pod. Don't forget to follow me on all the platforms. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have any comments about the pod, make sure you leave them. I will try to get back to you guys. I think I could only see the comments on Podbean though. I might be wrong though, but I know I can see them on Apple too, but I don't know if I can see them on Pandora or what is that other one? On Spotify. I don't think you can even leave comments on Spotify. But yeah, I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Oh my god, I'm brain farting so hard. Yeah, it's time to get out of here. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will catch you guys later. Hopefully I don't take like 2 months to do another pod. You know what? I promise you guys I will not take 2 months to do a pod. Don't forget to like the pod. Have a good day, y'all. Peace.